Thanks very much indeed, William, and welcome back after lunch. As William said, I'm Alan Nobbs. Are we all sitting comfortably? Then I will begin. Once upon a time. Now, it's interesting that you laugh and you giggle, because actually when we think of storytelling as adults, we often go back to those moments in time about are we sitting comfortably and once upon a time. And it reminds us that storytelling perhaps is something that we did as children, not necessarily as adults and as grown-ups. And I was sitting in a session just before your lunch with Janine when she was talking about how you engage people in changing behaviours and how scary it can be to do even the simplest of things. And as she was telling that story, it took me right back to a room that I was sitting in about 3 years ago. It was a room about as big as this, but it was the most corporate of corporate events. We had the cabaret-style tables. It was in a chain hotel. It was a bland, blank room with white tablecloths. There were about 250 senior NHS colleagues scattered around these tables, in amongst them. And we were all there, very high energy. We were there for 3 days, and we were going to be learning lots of new stuff about social movement thinking and community organising theory. And we all got quite engaged for about the first couple of hours. And then somebody stood at the front and said, what we're going to do next is we're going to start thinking about our personal story and telling it to one another and getting a few brave volunteers on the stage to come and tell their stories to the entire audience. Never before had I felt so lonely, so scared. You know when you get that kind of pity feeling in your stomach? You probably don't have it now, but